I just watched this whole series and it came out of nowhere. It came on Netflix like a few months ago, I think, and it follows the story of some. It's about this guy who's really like he loves books and he also loves this girl, but this girl doesn't even know him yet, and it's about how he stalks her and how he gets into her life using social media. So I think this show is really just like it's making a comment on like modern social media and how the world should be more careful whilst they use social media, maybe because it just shows how he can basically get into her entire life, like find out where she lives, who she likes, where she goes, what she does, like where she basically has a schedule of her entire life just by going through her social media, like her Facebook and her Instagram. And it's really like it should be an eye opener for like a lot of people because I know people know this, like that this is how social media is, but I don't think like they know it. Like I don't think like the ramifications it could have about the stuff you put out there. I think that's what basically the show's trying to say, but it takes loads of crazy twists and turns. Like talk about how the first episode how it starts and how it's the camera and like the writing, like the camera and the writing go together so spectacularly. Like the lighting of the show, like everything that's lit has basically a reason. So like when the girl comes, everything's a bit more warmer, but when he goes down to his basement and where he keeps all of his books and where he does all of his crazy stuff, like that's like downstairs in the library. Like he'll go downstairs and he'll do some crazy stuff that you'll see in the show, but when he's downstairs in that scenario, it's not even warm anymore, and it's made to look like because you go downstairs the scenery changed, but it's really because of what he's doing. Everything goes cold, everything's cold in that scene, and like just the temperature, like everything looks more blue than it does surrounding the show. And I know it sounds a bit crazy what I'm saying, but it's like it's blue because of how like violent and how cold hearted everything is doing in that place. Like it's just crazy. I don't even know how to explain it without spoiling stuff. But yeah, it's really hard to explain without spoiling stuff, so I might just spoil stuff. Don't know. So as the episodes go on, he gets more and more into this girl's life. Like he gets into her life, he finds out about her friends, she starts to like him, he starts to like her. But yeah, so like it's just like really crazy how everything goes together and how everything basically, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Like it's crazy what somebody can do. It's like he's like an ordinary person, and this shows like what an ordinary person is capable of if they really want something, like what they could actually do. And it's just crazy. Like, and every actor in the shows, like they play their roles like really well, except like Beck's friend, like I think her name's Peach. I don't like her, man. I don't like her at all. I don't like her acting. I mean, she plays like a typical person. Like she plays like this really rich, pompous, like, oh, she's trying to control her. Like people might like her. I think people already do like her, but I just didn't like her at all, man. And also, like in the show, the main guy, his name's Joe Goldberg. He does stuff like, because obviously I'll say that he breaks and enters into people's houses, and he does commit murder quite a few times. Like he kills people violently, and it's like sometimes you have to have like a suspension of disbelief, because you're just watching it and you're thinking, how has he gotten away with that? Like, why is he not arrested by now? Like, he's left so many marks. Because I've come from shows like Dexter and Breaking Bad, and these shows are like how it shows how they go through all these efforts just to hide stuff. And I think there's like one plot point and it just didn't even go anywhere. Like they took like a lot of time to focus on like this certain jar in like the last few episodes, and they focus on it, they take the time to set it up, and there's like no punchline, like nothing even happens. Like this guy, I'm just gonna say, like, he never gets caught, and it's like it's frustrating. Like you're just watching it, and it's like it's a show it's come out in 2019, and he's just so careless, and there's no ramifications to it. It's like, what's even going on? Like that aspect of the show I didn't like, but I did like the writing. I liked the chemistry between between the girl and the guy. I liked the girl's other friends apart from Peaches. Peaches has like a lot of screen time